Ooh, hi everybody. How are you doing? It has been a very, very long day. Well, I just looked in Idaho news and I did not see that. Um, Pipeheads, I'm serious. I just looked when you said it. I went to look and I went to the East Idaho News, which is where I've been following stuff, and I went to the TV station. So I did not see that. But I'm going to believe you. I didn't see it. I know her trial date. She has a trial date in August on the 30th for misdemeanor charges in Madison County. And then there's a pretrial hearing for Chad June 9th. So we're going to get into that. But I did not see that. Yeah, that's true too, KK. They do that. So I would definitely look at that again, but it's been a long, long day. So we have Jelly Donuts here. We have Susan. We have Kels. We have Pipeheads, which I find funny. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I find that funny. Um, and she's out of the see, I did not see the hi Kels. I have not seen that. If you have a link, I would love to have it because I just looked. Okay, well, I didn't see that. If you have a link, please let me see it. I haven't seen it. And when you put it in the chat, I actually went to look in case I missed anything. So if you have a link, please send it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mina. Welcome. I don't know who Pipehead is. Pipeheads. Don't know, sweetie. Um, Mina sent me a lot of stuff over the last few weeks, and I've been doing some digging as well. And we have come up. Ow! I just broke a nail earlier, guys. I got to go get my nails done. They're too long. I broke a nail. That's why I have a band aid on it, and I broke it all the way in the back. So they're going to have to put a tip on that nail because it's killing me. Hi, Beauty by KK. I see Kels is here. Kels, I hope you're feeling better. So anyway, let's see. With this case, I actually did a presentation. I did a PowerPoint presentation for you guys. And I hope this works because it's I've been working on it all day. But just to give you guys some background story on it, we know Lori has been married 5 times. She married the first husband in 1992, that'll be Nelson Yans. They had no kids. She married her second husband in 1995, which is William Lagoria, and that is her oldest son, Kobe's dad. Now, Kobe's last name is Ryan, so I'm thinking that Tylee's dad adopted him, so that's why he and Tylee have the same last names. Um, so let's get with this. So it appears that the murders could have been premeditated. Um, Mina actually pointed out that if you watch the Zodiac Killer on Netflix, they were discussing birth dates and how numbers came to play with everything. So it looks like the date of death and the people involved in Lori Vallow's case is very significant, and it plays with the number 6, 15, and then the numbers 21 come into play as well. Um, there's a pattern there. So Lori and Chad felt like they were involved in a secret society within the Mormon church, and that they were thought to be part of that society, and they were the chosen ones. Okay. So that's what we're going to go with that. They're thinking they're the chosen ones. So let me pull this up for you guys. Who else snuck in here that I didn't see? Um, I don't know where Sherry is, but she should be in here. So let me pull this up. Let me share my screen with you guys. Lori, I think if anything, Chad's going to turn on Lori, to be honest. Lori is playing the mental health card right now. They had a trial date set for July which has been pushed back for both of them. But Lori is going in for misdemeanor charges. And the misdemeanor charges are the ones that's in Madison County. And that's a resisting and obstruction of officers, solicitation to commit a crime, and contempt of court. So she's not going to trial on any murder or anything else right now. So I think Chad's the one that they're going to try to make a deal with. That's just my opinion. I think, hi, Jamal. I think Chad's the one that they're going to try to make the deal with to get to turn on Lori. But from my understanding, she was the one that was pursuing him even when she was married to Charles Vallow. So let me pull up this and let me see. I practice. Let me make sure I have this right. We're going to add this to stream. And then I got to pull up my PowerPoint. So this is the Lori Vallow. This is the birth. This is the deaths and everything else. So let me see. Can I make this bigger so you guys can see it? I want to do a full screen. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. So with Lori Vallow on this, we have the deaths of everybody that's concerned. So we have Lori Daybell, who was born on June 26, 1973. We have Brandon, who is her ex-brother, well, her ex-nephew-in-law, who was married to her niece, Melanie. Brandon was born on June 26. They got the same birthday, different year. Chad Daybell was born August 11th. He is her fifth husband, okay? We have Joseph Ryan, who was the third husband. He was born November 27th, and he died April 3rd. Charles Vallow, he was born August 17th. He died July 11th. That's a difference of 6 days right there. So with him, I'm sorry. So with that being said, he was shot by her brother Alex, and Joshua, who they call JJ. He entirely witnessed the whole shooting. He married Lori in 2006. Within a year of returning from Hawaii, Charles filed divorce from Lori, claiming she believed that he had become a godlike figure who was responsible for ushering in the Bible end times. That's what she claimed. Brandon, June 26, was born. They attempted to kill him on October 2nd. There's a difference of 6 days. He was born June 26. They tried to kill him on October 2nd. His ex-wife, Melanie, who I just mentioned, is Lori's niece. And he believes now Brandon is saying this. He believes that Charles' death, the children's disappearance, which we know now they were killed, and his attempted murder are all connected to a radically religious group that the children's mother, Lori Vallow, joined about 18 months before that. We have Alex Cox, who is Lori's brother. He was born on January 18th, and he was killed. Well, he died. He wasn't killed. I kept thinking he was poisoned or something was going on. The autopsy report was released. He died December 12th. There's a difference of 6 days right there. The medical examiner determined Cox died of natural causes. The report indicates Cox died from blood clots wedged into his arteries of his lungs. High blood pressure also contributed to his death. He received a blessing. Now, here's the thing. When you listen to the audio when the police arrived at the house, his wife stated that Alex had received a blessing earlier that day from a friend of theirs. The friend was Chad Daybell. So he's the one that gave him a blessing, and he was found on the bathroom floor in his home by the wife's son. And the reason that happened, he was talking to his wife on the phone, kept telling her he had shortness of breath, even when he was climbing the stairs. She sent her son over to check on him, is what she said, and he found him in the bathroom. First, they said he was conscious. Then he said he never said a word. But autopsy report was released May 8th of 2020, and they stated that he died of natural causes. Tammy Daybell, she was born May 4th. She died October 19th. There's a difference of 15 days there. Now, we know the police exhumed her body from the Springfield, Utah cemetery in December of 2019. The autopsy results are back in. They're not releasing any information on that. You cannot find it. If somebody does, please let me know. I've looked. It's under seal. You cannot get to it. Well, on October 9th, 7 days after they attempted to kill Brandon, on October 9th, somebody drove by her home and took shots at her with a paintball gun. 10 days later, Chad called 911 saying she died in her sleep. And when she talked about this on Facebook, of course, before she died, she said she would have no idea why anybody would try to shoot at her with a paintball gun. We know Tylee, September 24th, she was born. They have her date of death as September 9th. There's a difference of 15 days in there. Tammy and Tylee and Joshua were found in a shallow grave on Chad Daybell's property. So that's what we have right there. I want to show you this picture. I'm sorry. I want to show you this picture again of the grave site of the pet cemetery at his home. Here is the pet cemetery. This is where they found the bodies at Chad Daybell's house. These are the so this is the dig site when they went in and they found them in July. There's Tylee and there's Joshua, known as JJ. Beautiful. And there are the Daybells. Look at them. And this is the reporter we're going to talk about in a second. But there they go. They wouldn't answer any questions from this reporter. Okay. Hi, AT2. Yes, not all the ex-husbands, okay? Her first two husbands, they're still alive. They were smart. They got away from her. So the first two husbands are alive. So they're alive. Kobe's dad divorced her a year later. And then she married Tylee's dad right after that. Let's see. Yep, I didn't see it either, KK, and I looked for it. Oh my God. All righty then. Peaceful Whispers. Okay, just send me the link to my IG DM. And that way, please, if you don't have it, it's HBlack43. That's my IG link. Send it to me because I would love to see it. And I looked at Idaho, and I've been working on this for a while, and so has Mina. Mina, did you see anything about her trying to commit suicide? Because I didn't see it. Okay, so let me take this off. So anyway, those are the things that have popped up. Now, the significance with those dates are, and here's the thing. So, like I said, that might be a pattern between the number 6 and the number 15, because it seems to be that that's in the Mormon religion. Okay. Joseph Smith, who was said to be the founder of the Mormon Church, the prophet, his child was born and died on June 15th, 1828. His child's name was Elvin Smith. He was named after his brother. On June 15th, 1884, Joseph and his brother were shot and killed by a mob on their way to a county seat for a hearing. So those are June dates, June 15th. You got to remember there are 15 days difference between a couple of these days, born date and death dates, okay? It's also stated that Lori uses the Book of Mormon as a manual. She used this book as you might use, like people might use a textbooks or something else. So she was using the Book of Mormon. inside the Book of Mormon, there's a doctrine called the covenants. Lori used this doctrine in an audio tape to describe the death of her ex-husband, Joseph Ryan. Okay. In the clip, you can hear her say that she would have had the right to murder him because part of the Book of the Mormon, under the doctrine of all covenants, there's a passage that describes, if you come at me, if you could let me twice, if you come at me twice, and if you come at me more than 3 times, I will end your life, and this is allowed by God. So Lori uses this as a go-ahead for her to have been able to kill Joseph Ryan. But we know Joseph died before this. But in her mind, that was giving her the right to kill Joseph. This is how sick this woman was. And okay, what is it? Okay. Okay. I'm going to look that up because I looked right after you put it in the chat. So I would definitely look again. And if it's true, I mean, not if it's true, but I mean, if it's there, I'm going to post it on IG because there is nothing at all about that. So I would definitely check that out, guys. So I'm just saying it's kind of, and I know it's kind of out there, but if you look at the Mormon church and look at what these people, and I'm not saying these people, I mean Lori and Chad, not the whole Mormon society, what they believed in. And it's just a bit crazy. Okay, I'm going to check that out. No, it's not going to let you post the link at all. So it's not going to let you post it. But if you want to send it to my IG, I would really appreciate it. Pipeheads is a troll. Could be, but as long as they're not causing any trouble, it'll be okay. Yeah. So, yes. So just, hi, paranormal, welcome. Welcome. But yeah, as long as everybody is being nice and they're being respectful of others, I don't have a problem of them being in here. But if you have some information, I would definitely look it up. And I'm still going to write it down right now because I want to see if it's not being reported for a reason or not, because I know they have her under suicide watch. But I will check it out to see. But I did look to see if anything was posted about it. So, hi, Jessica, welcome. No, everybody's being nice. I said, I just want people to be respectful of everybody in the chat. So, you know, I mean, everybody's calling. I'm just an internet detective. Oh my God. Okay, internet detective, you'll be good. Okay, so with that being said, you know, so she was justifying, you know, coming up ways to kill her third husband, which is Tylee's dad. So in her mind, Joseph kept coming after her and she could have murdered him via God's will. That's what she's thinking. Okay. So, but you got to remember, he died. He died. So, oh my God. So, with that in mind, she's thinking that in the scripture, it states that an offender's child, okay, the offender's child should repent on behalf of the father. And since the father was already dead, Lori is thinking that Tylee has to repent for her father's sins. This is what's crazy. So this is what she's thinking, that Tylee has to repent for her dad's sins. Now, I don't know what sins she kept saying. The man came after her 2 or 3 times, but in her head, so in her head, everyone that was associated, that was his child, which in this case, it was Tylee. It wouldn't be Kobe because Kobe wasn't his biological child. So that's how that works out. So when it came down to when she met, well, before she married Chad Daybell, she was still married to Charles. And what she did was she had apparently sent Chad her family tree or the family members' names. She wanted Chad to grade her family members. So this is crazy, guys. So Chad said that he had a way of seeing light and dark spirits. And she sent him this so he can grade her family. Now, when he came back to her on October 30th, 2018, he labeled Tylee as a dark spirit. She was a 4.1. And I think I put that in here, but I think it might be too small for you to see. So let me see if I have it. Because there was a little chart, but it was so small you really couldn't see it. And I tried to blow it up to bring it in, but it just wasn't working. So you guys will be able to take a look at it. And no, it didn't upload. I'm sorry. I should have checked before I came live, but it didn't upload. So on the chart that he sent to her, Tylee was labeled a 4.1, which is a dark spirit. While Tylee's father, Joseph Ryan, was labeled as dark and sealed away. Now you got to remember, Joseph died 6 months before she sent this to Chad. Okay, so that was 6 months before. So when he said that Joseph Ryan was dark and sealed away, he's already dead. So he's already in his coffin. Joshua, who is Laura's adoptive son with Charles, was listed as a light spirit. He was a level 4.2. So I don't know why Joshua had to die. Okay. So also in the scripture, it says that I told you about the offender's child. They were talking about that. I made myself notes so I wouldn't forget. So he sent her this stuff on the 30th. On December 8th, this is Alex Cox killed Charles in front of everybody. Tammy Daybell was found dead in her sleep. On November 5th, Chad and Lori got married in Hawaii. So during this time, she was on the phone, she was on the beach, she was talking to Melanie. She told her friend Melanie, not her niece, her friend Melanie Gibb, that she was hiding inside of a cavity of a rock. But she was actually sitting on the damn beach with Chad talking to this woman. That's why I'm thinking all of this was premeditated. All of this, something in her head is wrong. Whispers, I did the wrong person. Oh God. What did you do, AT2? Hi, Peaceful Whispers. Thank you. So, guys, I mean, did you see how the numbers play in this? I mean, what do you guys think? Because maybe I'm crazy, maybe Nina's crazy, but it seems like the numbers play in this because they're thinking they're Mormons. They're looking at these dates. You have June 15th is when Joseph Smith's son, Alvin Smith, dies, which he named him after his older brother. Then you have June 15th, 1844 is when Joseph Smith and his brother was ambushed and shot and killed on their way to court. So they're looking at these numbers. So then, so during this time, Chad is saying that Tammy Daybell, his deceased wife, mother, comes to visit him every September 22nd, and she tells him what to do. So in other words, he's putting himself as Joseph Smith. Because if you remember, well, I don't know if anybody ever paid attention to the Mormon special that they had on Netflix, Murder Amongst Mormons. On the night of September 21st, 1823, Joseph Smith prayed to God further, so God can further his will for him. Then there was a light that grew and it filled and it consumed everything with this unquenchable light. And it was said that I think the light was Moroni, and he was a messenger sent from God. And he stood before him in mortal life. Moroni had been the last of the ancient American prophets having authority from God, and whose teachings and everything were recorded for everybody's time. So every September for 4 years, Joseph went up on the same date on the 21st to this hill. 4 years later, exactly 4 years later, he was able, that's when the gold came out. That's when he kept trying to open in this gold thing. It was a box. He kept trying to open it. He kept getting shot. The fourth year, he was able to get the gold. And this is where the gold plates. And this is when they say the Book of Mormons came from. 21 months later, listen to that, 21 months later, he completed the translation, and Joseph Smith returned the plates to Moroni. This is what I found fascinating with all these dates. The dates kill me. It's just weird. Yeah, the case is intricate. It really, really is. Hi, Natasha. Welcome. These people are very creepy, and I know it's a big conspiracy theories, and that's why I say it's strange and it's twisted, because you start looking at stuff. You start looking at what the things that Lori was telling different people, and I don't know if we realize, but Melanie was married to Brandon, and now she's married to Ian Pawlowski. I think Pawlowski. She and Brandon were in the midst of a big custody battle because they have kids together. And she says that she is also going to be testifying at the trial. Ian said that she has worked very hard to get away, and he called it a cult. And I know we can't say that word, but that's what a cult. He called it that. So I couldn't find whether or not she's got custody, full custody, or they have shared custody, which I'm still looking at. So I have a lot of notes that I couldn't find that's why I didn't want to come, but this is a continuing saga. So it's a still work in progress, because we got the trial for Chad that's coming up in June. That's going to be very interesting. Let me tell you how you become an internet detective like me. You got to have a good mind like Mina that throws stuff your way. Then you got Kelly Hildreth that sends me a lot of stuff. Holly used to send me a lot of stuff. So it's just getting everything together and, making it make sense, looking up details. So I'm sorry. That's what I do. I need a cup of crack. You're so silly. But that's what I do. Mina sends me stuff. Kelly sends me stuff. A lot of people send me things, and I just start looking it up. And then you start putting the pieces together. So, and that's what I've been doing. And I've been working on this. I asked Mina the other day if it was a good idea to do Lori this week, because there's still a lot of moving parts that are going through it. And she said, yes, it was a good idea. So just to keep people updated, it's a story that I'm not going to forget about. And when he came back to Brandon with the attempt on his life on October 2nd, that was 6 days. He was born the 26th. So if you look at the 6th, the 15th, the 21st, I mean, all of these numbers playing is it holds a significant thing to them. And with Chad claiming that he can see light and dark spirits in people, that it within itself is scary. And he used to have a podcast. It was called Rubik, Dark and Light, or something like that. And that's when she first went to see him way back when she was still married to Charles. And she invited this man to their home. Oh my, yes, she is. Thank you. I didn't mention that. Yes, Melanie is prego. She is prego again. and she does not, she does not need to be reproducing at all. So, um, and then we have the fact that when they found Tylee's body, they had to identify her by her jawline because the fact is she was burnt so badly. You could not that's the only way they were able to identify her. But the weird part was her friends, one of her friends said she had received a text from her in October, I think, that says, "I miss you guys," which we know it couldn't have been her. And then Melanie, her friend Melanie, not the niece, Melanie, I can't remember her last name. She said that Lori had convinced her that she had sent JJ to his grandmother because she was pretending to have cancer. So this woman is sick. And I'm trying to figure out, what do you guys think? Is there a reason for these specific dates in these deaths? I mean, it doesn't have to do anything with the Mormon with the Mormon church, with the 6 and the 15, and then we know why the 21st comes into play. Oh, my sister is here. Hi, sister. The 21st is when Joseph started going up to the hill. He went one time on the 22nd, and the angel sent him away. He went back on the 23rd, and the angel spoke to him again. So what do you think? Do you think there's a reason for this? Hi. No, that's not true. I just talked to you the other day, sister. I love you. I just been doing a lot of work, sister. I've been trying to cover. I've got 3 other cut cases that I'm actually starting to work on now. I love you, sister. Hi, how are you? Welcome. So I just want to know, do you guys think there's a significance with these numbers and with these murders and stuff? And I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you guys were here or not, but also we have, let me bring this back up to you. Let me bring this back up. I need to share my screen again. Let me go back here. I have learned a lot on here. Let's see. I need to share my screen. I need to get to my Windows tab. Let's see. Hold on. I'm coming. Windows. Oh, I closed my thing. Hold on. So with Chad's trial coming up, they have, I need to open this up again. And I'm sorry, guys. Let me just open this up again. I closed it by mistake. It's my PowerPoint. I just need to open it again so I can share it with you guys. Okay, let's see. It's opening. I need to share something with you because they have witnesses that they're bringing. The prosecutor is, not the prosecutor, Chad's lawyer is calling these witnesses to come forward for his trial. So let me share my screen again with you so you can see this. Let's see. Windows. There we go. Share. Okay. So I have it here for the witnesses. So on the witnesses, you have, they're called lay witnesses. These are everyday people who can testify based upon their personal knowledge or life experience, as opposed to an expert witness who testifies based on professional knowledge or experience. So John Pryor, who's the defense attorney for Chad Daybell, will be calling Nate Eaton, which is the guy in the picture that I showed you. He's the East Idaho News reporter. He was subpoenaed last week while he was at work to appear to court on June 9th for Chad Daybell's pretrial hearings. Heather Daybell is the sister-in-law to Chad. She is Tammy Daybell's sister. She's going to be there to testify. Then there's a private investigator that's being called to testify. There's a lady named Andrea Frick. I can't find anything on her, but I found that there's a LinkedIn page for her. She seems to have a YouTube channel, but I don't know if it's the same Andrea Frick. So don't. But as far as I can't see anything else on this Andrea Frick. We have an expert witness from Ironwood Insights, which is a market researching firm based in Arizona. And that had something to do with Chad Daybell's business. And you got to remember, Chad and Lori are charged with conspiracy to conceal or destroy evidence. He is charged with concealment, destruction of evidence after the bodies of Lori's children. And this is when they were found. They were found on his property, and they were they were just really decomposed. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is what I've been working on. And the grandparents, okay, they did an interview on 2020, and they stated that if Lori would have just sent JJ back to them, because this is Charles Vallow's sister's child that they adopted. So if she didn't want him, the only thing they had to do was to send him back to her, period. That's what they needed to do. So they didn't do that. Instead, they killed these little kids, and it's sad. Melanie the Fibber, but this is what I have so far, guys. The grandparents on 2020, I told you they're really upset. They only did that one interview with 2020 since this happened, since the bodies were found. You know, they were there. They came in when the bodies were found. The grandmother was already kind of ill. But they're going to be, from my understanding, they will be called with the lies that Lori was telling them, because first she said he was at a camp. Then she said that he had went on a sleeper. So every time they called, it was a different story. So, but they will be there to testify. And as I said, Chad's trial is coming up June 9th. It's a pretrial hearing. The original trial was scheduled for July 12th. It's been pushed back due to Lori. And I don't know if they're trying to do, hi, Queen of O'Hara. You know, they were trying to get more evidence against Lori, but they have not been charged with murder at all yet. There have been no murder charges placed on Chad or Lori Daybell, not at all. So I want to know, what did you guys think about the numbers? How do you guys think that play in that? Do you really think it has anything to do with the Mormon Church? So if you think it has to do with the Mormon Church, press a 1 for me, please. If you think it has to, if it doesn't have to do with the Mormon Church, just put a 2 in the chat. And I'm still following this. It's a lot. Lori's son, Kobe Ryan, he was on Facebook. I really wanted to reach out to him, but you know, this is about his mom, and that might be a touch, even though he has cut ties with his mom, it's still a touchy subject. I know he did one interview along with Tammy's sister. I don't know if he would be willing to come up and talk when the trial starts, especially for Chad, because I will be covering that. And I'm just going to reach out and see what I can come up with. But this is what my Mina's conspiracy theories are as well, along with Kelly sent me a lot of things as well. So what do you guys think? Let me see. What is this? Okay, who's doing their thing? What am I missing? Who are we talking about? Holly? Okay, Holly. Yes. She's taking a break from toxic. Well, I'm not going to say she's just taking, I don't like that word toxic. I really don't, but I get it. So guys, I'm serious. So what do you think? Do the numbers have anything to do with the Mormon Church? Just give me a 1 for yes and a 2 for no. And Kels, I am going to call you after this too. So I will be calling you. I had a lot of stuff that was going on today. Okay. All right, guys, let's see. I don't know if I'm missing anything. You have any theories of your own? I'm serious. If you got theories, let me know. But this is what we've come up with. Let's not forget, Lori also have charges pending in Fremont. Um, these are the ones that she's facing court for on August 30th and September 3rd. These are just the misdemeanor charges. This has nothing to do with concealment of body and anything else. So she does have charges pending in Fremont County as well. And the murder case will take place in Fremont County. It will not take place in Madison County. See, the members do go. I don't know. I mean, I know we discussed the murder amongst Mormons a couple of months back, but this brings a whole new level of thinking to what's going on. Now, Lori and Chad are the ones that saying that they are part of the secret society that belongs to the Mormon church. Nobody else is saying this but them. Yes, I think it's going to be pushed back because it was supposed to start July 12th. And then when I reported the last time, all pending court cases for Lori was put under a sealed document. They had canceled any upcoming appearances for her, but that was Fremont. That didn't include Madison County. Madison County is just the misdemeanor charges. So we're going to see what happens. Yes, and I think so. But you got to remember, Charles Vallow had called the police, was it 3 months or 6 months before he died, and tried to get her committed because she had threatened his life. She had fear. He had fear of his own wife. So he tried to get her committed. And then what she did was she turned around and said that he was doing this and that. So the police actually took her side. And when you go back in and you watch that police footage and you see Charles Vallow standing there talking to them, you see a dead man talking, period. That's what it was. So I know they felt stupid. He tried to explain to them that she had become a fanatic. And he really tried, really, really tried. And no one listened to him. And now this man ended up dead. So I'm working on the Molly Mall case with the sex trafficking. I'm waiting for someone else to get me some more information. They have an insight on that because they worked in that industry. They do have an NDA. So they're trying to figure out, but they're not affiliated with that part of it anymore. So we're going to see what we can come up with that. But she told me this back in, oh, if you guys remember when we did another true crime, she came up and she was telling me about him then. But she didn't know if she can get people to talk about it. So we would definitely find out what's going on there. There's another court case coming up. I can't remember. I got notes on it in the room because I've been in the room most of the day. There's another case that someone told me about today. And matter of fact, I think it was KK told me about it. So I'm going to look into that also. I want to look into the little boy that killed his sister. That just happened. And then we had a shooting today in Houston where the man tried to do a murder-suicide. He shot his wife, then shot himself, but the wife survived. So they've had a long case of abuse, and this is where the police are not taking everything seriously. And that's what brought me up with the Charles Vallow stuff. He talked to the police. He tried to do the right thing. He tried to get her committed. He tried to get them to see that she was a dangerous woman. I believe that she actually had her brother killed or they had him poisoned, but that wasn't the case. He actually died of natural causes. but something is going on with Tammy Daybell's autopsy because they're not releasing it. If it was natural causes, they would say. They haven't said it, which leads me to believe that she was also murdered, especially taking into account that someone took shots at her with a paintball gun on October 9th, 7 days after they tried to kill Brandon. So this is our theory, Susan. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what, and when Nina was sending me all of this, and she sent me these long email, and I started going through and looking at dates and seeing how all of it coincided with each other. And she's the one that came up with the 6 days and the 15 days. And then you go back and you start looking at the Mormon book and what their beliefs are. It's all in there. I read so much about Joseph Smith today. I didn't want to end. Well, the last 2 days, I got tired of reading about Joseph. Joseph and his wife had 10 kids. 10 kids. And one of them died at birth, and that was Elvin. So, and when Joseph was killed, the Mormon church fell under Brigham Young. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yes. So you see, I've been reading about the Mormons. I've been reading and reading and reading. So I might become a Mormon. I don't know. I don't know. I might change my religion. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. But I am going to keep digging and digging and digging. And I know Mina's going to come up with some more conspiracy theories as well. I'm trying to remember. Yes, smash the like button, please. If you liked it, please smash the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. But just to let you guys know, that's all I have. Magical unprepared. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. You guys have a great night. I appreciate it. Tomorrow. So here's what I'm gonna do. I know the Real Housewives come on tonight. We got a lot of shows coming up. If you guys are interested in the Real Housewives of New York, I will keep covering it. I'm going to see how this one goes this week. But if not, we're going to move on to Beverly Hills, and we're going to move on. So we're just going to keep Beverly Hills. We're going to keep Shahs of Sunset, and we're going to keep Family Karma. But I don't want to cover anything if you guys are not interested in it. I'm looking to do a lot more true crime and more stuff that's going on in the news today. So that's what I'm looking to do. But I still want to do reality. And on Thursdays, you know, we got our girls' night. We're going to discuss the Married at First Sight reunion that happens on Wednesday. So I'm really looking forward to that. And if you have, Mina, if you have the email for the YouTube channel, which I need to drop it in here from now on too. If you guys have any thoughts or anything you might want me to do, Mina has set up an email for me just for the channel, so I don't have to give up my personal email, and I really appreciated that. So there it is. And then, as I said, when my son is here, we're going to do a couple of Heidi After Darks, which I'm working on some good topics for Heidi After Dark too. I want to do some nice, sexy stuff. So, but I want to make sure that everybody's going to enjoy it. So that's all I have for you tonight, guys. I really appreciate you being with me, sticking with me, and being here. And I know I need to do a lot more lives. I'm trying, but I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. So yes, we're going to do a Heidi After Dark. Thank you, Mina. Yes, we're going to do it. Yes, RNA goes tonight. So I'm going to watch it. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch the recording of it. So I will be watching it. And Dr. Melanie and I are going to do it tomorrow. And we discussed it. So if you guys are interested in it, we're going to keep doing recaps. So we're going to keep letting you know what happened. If you guys are not interested, we're just not going to do it. We might just have a housewives night or something. So I want to thank everybody. I think I like that. Housewives night. I want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate all of you. And Susan, I'm gonna have to get something for you because you're always the first one in chat. And I really appreciate you being here. I mean you are here every time I go live, and I really, really appreciate it. Yes, I love a housewives night. I think we just want to have a housewives night where we just discuss the housewives, what stupid shit they've gotten themselves into. I think I might want to do that. Okay. Okay. I love you guys. I really, really do. I appreciate all of you. You guys have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye.